Hi there everybody, time for me to answer your comments. It's great to see you all. I think we start with Nishi S. Hi Nishi. Can you do a video on the word cadre? And it's plural cadres. Many people pronounce it cadre, but I prefer carder. Both might be correct, but it would be helpful if it's confirmed by a reliable source like your channel. Okay, this is certainly an interesting one. I definitely will make a video on it. Let's just go over it for a second. Okay, firstly, the origin of this word is from French, cadre, meaning a frame. And in English, in my accent, I would always say cadre. So your R-U-H. But I believe a lot of Americans spell it or pronounce it this cadre way. Let's see, a cadre is the basic unit or the basic core of a group of people. Particularly in the military, if they're going to create a new regiment, the first thing they do is they put together the cadre, the basic officers who are going to be the staff and organize the regiment, before putting all the other things, the soldiers and the other things into it. This is the cadre. Okay, the core workers of a business are the cadre. The cadre of this project consists of 6 different people, the main, most important central core of it. Okay, thank you. I will make a video, but it might take some time to come out. It is noted down. Okay, and Raja. Hi Raja. I can't. Polar and non-polar solvents don't mix together. Instead, one flows on top of the other, and a demarcation line is clearly observed. Such liquids are called immiscible. Yep, this is something I remember learning in chemistry. That's a very good example, and very good English, Raja, as well. Okay, let's try the next one. Mohammed, great to see you, Mohammed. Okay. Erysipelas is a bacterial skin infection involving the upper dermis that characteristically extends into the superficial cutaneous lymphatics. It is a tender, intensely erythematous, indurated plaque. So, instead of it, there is a tender, intensely erythematous, indurated plaque with a sharply demarcated border. I love it. Well done. Thank you, Mohammed. Good work. And mannequin. What is the demarcation of the insult? I'm not too convinced with this one. Could you demarcate exactly what the insult was? I guess that would work. We always need demarcation. Good. The race starts at the demarcation line on the floor. Good. All friendships should have demarcated jokes for one another. Okay. I demarcated my living room because the kids were fighting, so I separated them. My backyard is demarcated by a big log. Yeah, well done, mannequin. Just this first one, what's the demarcation of the insult? Yeah, could you demarcate the insult? Yeah, where does it go from? What's the demarcation line between what's reasonable for me to say and what you think of as an insult? His leading question about what happened made him walk out of the interview. Good. My leading questions were so great that I got the answer that I truly wanted. Okay, that's good. Good English, mannequin. And the church is a shrine. The shrine helped me get my life together. Good. Good English this time. Well done, mannequin. So, hi AAA. It's a pleasure. Thank you very much for answering my question once again. Once again, I appreciate your working relentlessly to provide us with such informative videos. My pleasure. So please do one on the word commend. Okay, I will think about this. So, hi, Mr. Spaceman. I will think about this one. I'm not sure there's enough meat in commend, but I'll have a think about it. Uh, okay, and rehab HA. What does the expression "work the room" mean? Okay, so this is you go to a conference, yeah, and there's a room full of people. So to work the room is to try to say hello to everybody in the room, to give your business card to everyone in the room, to get yourself known by everyone in the room. Yeah, so I don't know, a politician, if he goes to a party, he works the room. Yeah, he talks to all of the people who are important for him to try and get on his side, or try to convince, or the people that he wants things from. And that's the idea of work the room. Yeah, you're not there to enjoy yourself. You're there to get the most you can out of it. Okay, thank you, Rehab. And does anyone know the difference between wise up and smarten up? So, Emma DeFazio. Hi, Emma. So, I think you ought to wise up. You ought to smarten up. Well, firstly, to smarten up can have two different meanings. Yeah, I need to smarten up my appearance. Yeah, and clearly wise up doesn't work there. But you're asking this about intelligence. He needs to wise up. He needs to smarten up. Um, Personally, I think these two are the same. I would even say they're similar in formality as well. Um, After several bad experiences, he started to wise up. He started to smarten up. I can't see any difference between them, Emma. Thank you for asking. And rest on your laurels. Awesome advice. Good morning, Patricia. Great to see you. Looks like look at all these different emoji or shapes. That's lovely. I love it. And Jerem. Okay, great to have you, Jerem, again. I'm not a lawyer and have no legal training. My father was a physicist, and his father was a lawyer who died before I was born. My grandfather taught me to think clearly, which my father applied to his work as a physicist, and my father passed along these ideas to me. Yeah, it's very clear you have a very logical and scientific way of thinking. And the questions were really good. I really liked them. And P.S. My father told me that being a lawyer and being a physicist is similar. They both ask logical questions, and both must know the difference between logical argument and emotionally driven argument. Yeah, you produce a hypothesis, and then you test and try and find evidence to support or disprove your hypothesis. A physicist stays away from emotions, but a lawyer knows how to appeal to the juror's emotions in subtle ways. Judges do not allow leading questions in the courtroom. At least they're not supposed to. Yeah, I think that's a better bit. But a competent lawyer can still come across as favourable by his or her demeanour before a jury. What I think the lawyer's art is asking a question that is so close to leading, yeah, that the judge can't say it's not an obvious leading question. And that was what I actually really liked about the question with that word justify. Can they justify? Yeah, and I think that was a really good question, that sort of question that a lawyer might ask. I might have been wrong about it, but if you're justifying yourself, then if you're saying I need to justify this, then it's indicating you're in the wrong, even if you're not. So, hello, sir. Whoops, so this one very definitely. Thank you for all that, Jerem. And Mohammed Omar, hello. great to see you. Thank you, Mohammed. And awesome, sir. Thank you, Mohammed. And here we go. Dimension slate, so a dimension slate, is used mainly for electrical panels, laboratory tabletops, roofing, and flooring and blackboards. Dimension slate. No, you're right without the A. Dimension slate generally. Yeah. Crushed slate is used in the composition of roofing in aggregates and as a filler. Oh, I love this word, aggregates. Yeah, that's lovely. Okay. A film slate is a filmmaking tool used during film production. Good English, Mohammed. I love it. And Robindranath. Hi, Robindranath. Thank you for this valuable video. Lots of love from India. Yeah, that's so nice of you. Thanks for watching, sir. Great to have you, Robindranath. And more love from India. I love India. The people from India are so friendly. Okay, so it's AK. Great to have you. I hope you're well, AK. Hello, sir. I have a question. I've not done something for a long time. So if we have not done something for a long time, we say it has been a long time since I did have done this. Good. But if we are doing it now after a long time, what between it has been and it had been should I use? So notice you need to think, AK, about the difference firstly between what and which. What talks about a wider choice, whereas which is a much more restricted choice. Which car do you want, the blue one or the red one? What type of car do you drive? There are many different ones. So I think here you should say, which should I use between it has been and it had been? Okay, if I'm visiting a place after a long time, what should I say? It has been a long time since I came here. So I decided to pay you a visit. Okay, I want to look at this one definitely. So I'm saying now, it has been a long time since I came here. Has been, from the past until now. I came here yesterday, and I said yesterday it had been a long time since I had come here. Or yesterday I said, yeah, it had been a long time since I had come here. So notice the had is talking about had come up to a point in the past. Yeah? Up to the time of speaking. If you spoke in the past, then had. If you speak in the present, has. Last year, I went bungee jumping, jumping on a cord. It had been a long time since I had gone, or I went, bungee jumping. Had gone, so up to that point where I went in the past. I went bungee jumping today. It has been a long time since I have gone bungee jumping. Okay, and that's the difference between them. Or I am uploading a video after a long time. It has been a long time since I last uploaded. Okay, because of the am uploading. And look at it, I was uploading a video. It had been a long time since I last uploaded. And that's the point, AK. So, AK again, help me please, help me. The things in her country are as good as that in his. No. The things in her country are better than that in his. So, no that either way. The things in her country are as good as those in his. As the things in her country are better than those in his. But notice, you could also say the things in her country are as good as in his. The things in her country are better than in his. Yeah? Okay, you could put those in this case. Yeah? The system in her country is better than the one in his country. Okay, so rhetoric. Hi Rahman, great to have you. Synonyms: orator, oratory. Wait a second. So both of these deserve. And orator, oratory. Great, thank you, Rahman. And synonym: claim, prerogative. Yeah, you can claim this. You're right. So great to see you, Rahman. And Thatminal Kongasai. Thank you, sir. Love from India. You've been watching Sleuth. That's great to have you. And VG, thanks a lot, sir. Yeah, my pleasure. And Nora Mandur, I hope your CELTA course is going well. The teacher attempts to demarcate the parameters of discussion by setting beforehand very specific questions to tackle. That's a lovely piece of English, Nora. Dearest teacher, to say to bring a can of worms to something means to aggravate the problem or make it worse, right? Yes, I'm not sure about the verb to bring. Yeah, that opened a can of worms. I guess you could bring a can of worms to something, but by thinking about this problem, it really opened a can of worms. You're correct, Nora. And Nora, most Eastern societies have a tendency to demarcate between males and females in fear of transgressing the morality rules or obligations. Okay, yeah, in fear of transgressing the morality rules or obligations. This works perfectly well. Let's see. I would almost like to rewrite this because we can use some fun bits. Firstly, so many Eastern societies have a tendency to demarcate between males and females for fear that they might transgress the rules of morality or obligations. Demarcate between males and females lest they transgress the or lest the rules between the rules about obligations and morality be transgressed. I like using lest, and it gives you a present subjunctive. Yeah, and females, lest the rules and obligations of morality be transgressed. But yours is perfectly fine. Okay, I'll give it a look, Nora. Thank you. And the professional teacher must by no means try to demarcate between his students vis-a-vis their learning progression. Definitely. And Nora, his brawny physique is so capturing to his white-skinned captors. They have decided to expend his capabilities, okay, for achieving their colonialist ends. This one is less good. So, his brawny physique is so capturing, is so captivating for his white-skinned captors. They've decided to expend his capabilities. So, for or to, it's an option, therefore to achieve their colonialist ends. Okay. This job requires more brains than brawn. That's fine, Nora. Dearest teacher, demarcate can mean discriminate or pigeonhole. Like saying, we must shy away from such racist rules that primarily demarcate between people on the basis of their skin colour, ethnicity or religion. Good English, well done. Synecdoche, thank you. Thanks a million, dearest teacher. And Nora, the highbrow language of her answers is a self-evident proof of her intellectuality. Yeah, your highbrow language is definitely like that. Dear teacher, self-evident is like saying palpable or unequivocal. Yes, it's very clear, it's self-evident, definitely. Sometimes the lowbrows of society can be far wiser than the highbrows. That's very good as well, because it's very often very true. You can try to find an intellectual solution to something where using your brain is not the way. You need to use your guts, to use experience and local knowledge. And Nora, in the lead-in phase of teaching a lesson, the teacher can pose some very leading questions to orientate their students. You could say his, but their. To orientate their students to focus or towards focusing on very specific parts they have to approach later. Yeah, I think that's a very good example of where leading questions are very useful. So, Juan Rocha, I guess it's Juan Rocha. Congratulations, sir, for your concise words and definitions. Thank you, Juan. Thank you for watching. Forever grateful, dearest teacher. My pleasure, Nora. And Nora, awry. He shows how professional he actually is when everything suddenly goes awry in the lecture, yet he resolves to maintain his equanimity for the good of his students. Yeah, I think this is a very good definition of character, is how people react when things go awry. Douglas Russ. Hi Douglas, great to have you. Superb and entertaining. So nice of you. And Patricia. Put on meaning. Fine, flexible phrasal verb. Yes, this is definitely a flexible phrasal verb. It's got lots of meanings. I guess this is... Okay, yeah, this is Mr. Public about pariah. Yeah, I really ought to get a translation because my Tamil is 0. So, Neetu Yuman. Hi, Neetu. Great to have you. I should have said hi to Mr. Public as well. The difference of opinion between masculine and feminine will always be demarcated by inequalities, but today's generation think otherwise. They are not part of the older generation's mentality. Okay, between masculine and feminine. I might say the difference of opinion between masculine and feminine. Yeah, between male and female. Yeah, this works very well. Thank you, Nitu. And Giliola. Okay, I love it. You both commented together. It is really complicated for some people to perceive the demarcation that should exist in different human relationships. Any that you consider a simple acquaintance sometimes bursts arrogantly into the lives of others. Thank you. Okay, thanks. Okay, that's very good, and I really like this. You've done this before, Giliola. This any. I think any person, I would, so any that you consider. Any, I guess it works with this, but I would rather have a little bit more definition of this any. Any person that you might consider, you may consider. So what you've written's not wrong, but I would rather have a little bit more definition of this any. And Nitu again. Hi Nitu. Every Thursday, protesters demarcate roads with rocks to show their rage towards the new regime, but they fail to fathom the problems civilians face due to their immature actions. Okay, they demarcate, or maybe they... You see, to me, demarcate the roads, they're putting them down the edge of the roads. And I think they're not demarcating them, they're filling the roads with rocks. Yeah? And that's the nature of their protest. Okay, Fran, hi. Great to see you, Fran. I hope you're well. I swooned at the thought of going to New Zealand. Yeah, I'd like to go to New Zealand as well. Have a nice weekend. Almost there. Yeah, today's Friday. Great day. You too, Fran. Have a great weekend. So, AK, When Roy, who had been ill for the last 2 weeks, got to know that he had passed his exams, he swooned with excitement, so much that he got out of his bed and ended up swooning on the floor. Very good, thank you. And Nora, thank you, sir, for any time. And AK, thanks, sir, my pleasure. Good morning, Patricia. Okay, great to have you with us. Sepide Ismaili. So, dear, you are great. I love your teaching. And I am from Iran. So, welcome, Sepide, from Iran. Beam me up, Mr. Scott. I love what you've done here. So, flossyoxynihipilification. Flossy-norsy-nihipilification. Okay, the art of estimation is useless. One of the so-called longest words in English. And slow sunset. It's great to have you, slow sunset. I suspect he is not the father of little Johnny, as they look nothing alike. That's really good English, slow sunset. No mistakes. And Raja, a reference from Big Bang Theory. Brawny. Instead of fleeing, my uncle decided to fight against a brawny member of the weasel family. Okay, good. Thank you. Devon Lara was not much against Denis Siplenkov. No amount of technique accounted to anything against the brawn of his opponent, and the match ended up 6-0. Yeah? Okay, thank you, Raja. I like your reference to this series, Big Bang Theory. Ooh, here we go, the wonderful Manji. Hi, Manji, great to have you. Beware of swoons. Run as often as you can, but do not faint. A young Jane Austen cautions an early heroine in one of her masterpiece novels, Persuasion. Regardless of her saying that, most of her female characters can't help swooning over the stellar handsomeness of their male counterparts. How the author loathes the idea of giving away such morbid pleasure to the male viewers. Thank you, sir. I love this, yeah. But this reflects the age, yeah? Oh, Mr. Rochester's so handsome. That's brilliant, Manji. Thank you. I love it. And Patricia, great to have you with us, Patricia. Okay, music has a strong ability to swoon individuals. Okay, I guess that's fine. I would probably put this the other way, to make individuals swoon. Yeah, but that's fine. Great to have you here, Sherwin. I love it. And Manny Braha. Hi, Manny. Great to have you. The anesthesia's side effects may induce emesis, fever, and swoons. A great example, Manny. And Sheed. Hi, Sheed. Great to have you. I reckon parents would be on cloud 9 when they see their child swooning over the cook. Okay, it could be, but notice, the cook is the person over their cook, over their cooking. Cooking is the food. Yeah, the cook. So maybe the family have a cook. Oh, the cook's wonderful. She's so beautiful. She's such a fantastic person. Over their cooking, I think, Sheed. And, okay, yes, the answer to this last one was muddled through. Okay, Riya Gandhi, great name. Please could you make a video on the difference between understand and comprehend? So let's see. I don't think there's a great deal of meat between these two. I think these two are very, very, very similar. Do you understand what I've said? Do you comprehend what I've said? Yeah, he comprehended the severity of the situation. He understood the severity of the situation. Can you comprehend what I'm saying? Can you understand what I'm saying? Okay, maybe there's a tiny difference here. Can you understand the words I'm saying? And do you comprehend? Can you make sense of the meaning? I think these two are very, very close, Riya. I'm sorry about that. And so I wrote your name down. Ab, 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 ab. Ha. I'll get it right in a second. But where did I write it? Ha. I can't find it now. I wrote it down so that I would remember it in this moment, and now I can't find it. I'll find it again. I remember it begins with AAB, ab something. I'm sorry, godliness. So, hobbled, unfortunately, is not the right answer. So you're going to have to look for another one. And let me refresh this. I can keep looking while I'm refreshing. I'm sure I've got his name here somewhere. That's frustrating. Yeah, this always happens to me. Okay, so I probably ought to get back on with this then. So, yes, very definitely. I couldn't do question number 4 in the exam. I was completely stymied, exactly, Aditi, by question number 4. Navaneeth. When I got A information, so notice normally Navaneetha, hi Navaneetha. Oh, I forgot to say hi to Aditi as well. It's lovely to see you, Aditi. So when he got information, so Navaneetha, normally information is uncountable. When he got the information that he had won the lottery with the biggest amount of money, with the highest amount of money, with the largest amount of money, he got carried away. He got so carried away, and finally he swooned onto the sofa. Okay, you've definitely got the swooned bit, yeah? When he got the information that he had won a huge, the top prize in the lottery, he got carried away, and finally he swooned onto the sofa. And Navaneetha again. She stood in front of a mirror and she swooned over her beauty. Good English, Navaneetha. I like this one as well. This one's good. And let's just see, but I think that's probably enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon unless we have some more. And no, there isn't. So I will see you later. Thanks very much. Bye for now.